at 6.
Well, you may know that the majority of lung cancers just really don't have many good treatment options. But now a pair of recent studies from the Salk Institute offer some potential new hope for cancer treatments. Ruben Shaw is the director of the Salk Institute's Cancer Center. He's going to talk more about this. Ruben, great to see you.
Great to see you.
So break it down. I read a little bit about the study. It has to do with a gene that has a mutation, and it starts to kind of control what happens as far as lung cancer goes.
That's right. One of the exciting things I think about lung cancer compared to some other forms of cancer is that at least we have a good sense of which genes are altered in most cancers, and for a couple of those, maybe 2 of the 5, scientists in the past decade have made new targeted therapies called personalized medicine or precision medicine that helps treat those 2 particular cancer genes and really helps extend the well-being and even in some cases put into remission those patients. The problem is that that's still a fraction of the cases. For the vast majority of lung cancer patients, there's nothing you can do, and that includes those patients that have a mutation in this common gene called LKB1 that my lab discovered and has been working on, I'm almost embarrassed to say, for 20 years, trying to figure out how we can make a therapy to specifically treat that subset of patients.
You found these 2 enzymes that aren't really doing what they're supposed to be doing in order to fight the cancer, and if they're not working, then the tumor grows.
That's exactly it.
By finding this out, now you can somehow maybe create some treatment so that you can get those 2 enzymes back on board.
That's exactly right. This is really, the LKB1 gene is like the captain of a cancer-fighting soccer team, and it just, in those tumors, it's out of action, and so the players are just not playing properly, and we actually had a good idea for 10 years. We thought we knew which the star players were. It was really a detective case trying to figure out which of these 14 enzymes were key, and it turns out that it was not, in fact, the captain of the team, the star players that everybody knew about. Of those 14, it was really some obscure players that were what the major discovery is here. The analogy I would make is in football, many years ago in the New England Patriots, Drew Bledsoe was their star quarterback, and he got really injured one of the games leading up to the Super Bowl, and they put on a relatively obscure backup quarterback named Tom Brady. And I lived there at the time, and all the Patriots fans were like, oh no, it's over. I mean, Bledsoe's out. I mean, so if that's not it, this kid never plays. And that was kind of what this discovery was. We discovered it was not the major star players that LKB regulates these AMPK genes. It was actually these other obscure player enzymes. But now that we know that it's their activity, we for the first time can screen small molecules to boost them and to go after what they are regulating. And so for the first time, we actually have a rational way to treat this subset. So it'll still take a few years to develop those, but still, up until now, there is nothing for that subset of patients, just standard chemo, and that, of course, is just not going to really help the patients enough.
We've got about another minute left. Maybe we can just talk about lung cancer in general. I think most of us know that if you smoke or if somebody smokes, the chances are greater that they'll get lung cancer. Not always, but some people who've never smoked a day in their life can get lung cancer too.
That's right. That's right. And actually, the incidence of non-smoking lung cancer is on the rise as the incidence of smoking declines. In part, that's from other things in the air, other things that we're exposed to. Our lungs, of course, are a major thing to everything that we breathe in. So even if you're not breathing cigarette smoke, but even outside of that, you can unfortunately just develop lung cancer. And so the heart of scientists and oncologists' arsenal for the future is to have specific drugs that it won't matter in the future whether you've smoked or not smoked, that we actually just try to treat the tumors based on the genes that are altered. Immunotherapy is also showing some great promise in, again, a small subset. Like 20% of lung cancers really respond to that, but we don't know enough. And so I think in the future, combining these targeted drugs with immunotherapies and other things,
and unfortunately, we just don't have a great test that you can go if you have lung cancer.
Not yet. That's another separate
a PSA
area.
maybe.
That's what there needs to be. That is another great area of research.
Ruben
Maybe
Shaw
the next time.
with the Salk Cancer Center. Thanks, Ruben.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations
on the
great work.